It's a plot to destroy the church, hatched by a secret cult of scientists bent on revenge for a crime committed against them 3 centuries before. The year is 1668. The city is Rome, and the Catholic Church dominates Western thought and its understanding of the universe. It's a comforting vision. The Earth is nestled at the center of the cosmos. The planets orbit in perfect circles, and God looks on from beyond the sphere of the stars. But recently, a new breed of sky gazer has appeared, the astronomer. Scientists rethinking the workings of the heavens to understand them through reason rather than faith. And the church was having none of it.
The church had to fight because the foundation of the church is in danger.
According to Dan Brown's Angels and Demons, 4 scientists are seized in what the book calls La Purga, the purge. A persecution of scientists with heretical ideas. They are dragged from their homes, tortured, and then murdered. Later, their bodies are discarded in the streets as a warning. But a warning to whom? In Dan Brown's thriller, the victims belong to a secret society. A conspiracy of rebel scientists called the Illuminated Ones, the Illuminati, a scientific cult that vows revenge against the church and begins a centuries-long clash of angels and demons.
The book Angels and Demons traffics in the antagonism between science and religion and exaggerates that antagonism.
According to the book, this Illuminati is established by Galileo Galilei after he's arrested in 1633 for disputing the church's view that the Earth is the center of the cosmos. The novel claims that scientists wanting to join the Illuminati are directed to their secret headquarters by a trail of clues found in religious artworks across Rome. And the story says these clues are laid out by Giovanni Bernini, a friend to the popes, the designer of St. Peter's Square, but, according to Angels and Demons, an Illuminati spy. Perhaps most fantastic is the book's claim that the Illuminati plots for 3 centuries to avenge the purge of scientists. In modern-day Rome, a weapon stolen from a top nuclear lab is smuggled into the heart of the Vatican. The weapon is a new kind of bomb that will produce a matter-antimatter explosion, an event the novel likens to the Big Bang that created the universe. Genesis. And the irony of how Dan Brown uses antimatter isn't lost on James Underdown at the Center for Inquiry.
Well, it's thought that an antimatter-matter explosion would be a sort of Genesis moment. So the irony is that this moment of creation would be used to destroy the Vatican itself.
The problem is that when you have matter and antimatter together, they annihilate in this explosion.
But how powerful is antimatter? The average paperclip weighs 1 gram. In Dan Brown's book, the bomb in the Vatican contains a 1/4 gram of antimatter. Is that enough to do the job?
If someone told me there were a 1/4 gram of antimatter close by, I would get out. That would produce an energy about 10 kilotons. The Hiroshima bomb was about 13 kilotons.
Annihilating a 1/4 gram of antimatter in Vatican City would vaporize the center of Rome. 1 million would die in the firestorm. This is what's at stake. Furthermore, Angels and Demons adds one more element, a conspiracy theory, one that many believe in today. The book claims the original Illuminati has grown into a secret force at work in the world, that they quietly manipulate governments and economies to establish a one-world government under their control. How much of this story is real? Did the Church's arrest of Galileo inspire him to establish the Illuminati? Did Bernini hide clues to their secret lair in artworks throughout Rome? Were the Illuminati victims of a purge? And are they at work today secretly shaping the course of history? Most important, could a cult of evil geniuses unleash the forces of creation to destroy a church and threaten the entire world? It's the central question of angels and demons. Might science lash out with the power of God to do the devil's own work?